PIXLIVE. 20-minute periods? 17. Stop time thing is going to work, but we'll see.
Do it again.
Yeah, he was set.
I kind of figured that 52 runs that he wasn't going to be here at least today, and that they were going to run it about the same as they did. That change makes a lot of sense to me. Whether it's
And look, Mac's got a goal out of it, right?
Yeah.
All good things.
All good things.
I don't think he cares.
no. None of them do.
They may feel a little out of place by not being in their normal position, but listen, you go, hey, you cover the point and from the dot up. That's it. Okay? You worry about the rest of the crap some other way. They're laughing. As I coached her in that SDP, I was like, just drawing a blank. You guys know what Edina's record
How are you?
You live?
We on.
Put it on.
Well, this will be a good one. I watched the last game.
Oh, the Eden Prairie one?
Some big shots.
Over there in the other ring.
Oh, right here. It's before this game.
Oh, varsity is playing over on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Welcome to the Braemar Arena in Edina, Minnesota. Elk River is going to take on the Hornets. The second game of the Holiday Classic. Al Lerberg and Jason Gustafson on the call.
Glad to have you all there. It's a cold one here today. Breezy. Easy, breezy, beautiful.
Elks in red, Edina in the classic white and green. About 37 seconds to go here in the warm-up, so we'll get rolling. Elk River coming off a victory over Eden Prairie. Edina had a victory over Grand Rapids.
You recall? Did you happen to see the score of that one in the JV side?
4-3, I believe.
Okay, so it was a close one.
And then Grand Rapids just defeated Eden Prairie. It was 4-1.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So this should be a good game with all the numbers, with all the stats. Of course, we'll see how the game unfolds.
I think the line in Vegas is Edina plus 120. But, you know, that's a home ice advantage kind of game.
Sure. There's a line in Vegas on this one, huh?
Yeah, there's absolutely a line in
They
Vegas
say
on this
you-
one.
they
If
say
I
you-
can bet on the Gatorade color at the Super Bowl, I could bet on a high school JV hockey.
They say you can bet on anything. That is true. Pretty good crowd, Jace. Decent. Filling up on both sides.
Not too shabby.
Grand Rapids travels well. I saw a lot of people here from GR.
Not much else going on up there this time of year.
Yeah, a lot of ice fishing maybe.
A lot of ice fishing.
Yeah. Well, looks like we got a couple of stripes ready to go. Elks are gathered in front of the coaches. Edina's down on their end in front of the net. They broke their huddle. They're ready to go. The Elks coming out of theirs. And we're about ready to drop the puck. I'm not going to lie, I was looking forward to this all day. It's going to be a good hockey game.
Yeah, I have a good time with this one. Looks like we got Lerberg, Hansen starting on D, Jackson, Miller, and Dahlberg on the right side. Little lineup change with Brecken Johnson out with, I believe, illness.
The ref drops the puck, and we're playing hockey. That's Miller who's going to pick it up. But on the far side, Edina is going to cut him off, and they're going to come away with the puck. Dahlberg chasing him down. Here comes Edina up rink with speed. Across the neutral zone, into the Elk zone. There's a shot on net. Stockman makes a save. Stockman getting the start here for the Elks. Orrin with the shutout yesterday.
Elks quick to change their forward line, get everybody into the game. This line is Gustafson, Max Johnson, and
Schulte.
Connor Schultz.
There's some speed for Edina. They're going to take it down. Another shot on net. So the Hornets take it down the far side. Get a shot on net. Not a super dangerous shot. Just kind of on the outside there. A good warm up there for Stockman.
Absolutely.
16:20 to go here.
Edina's going to be pretty quick coming out of his own. They're good at the transition game, so Elks will have to get pressure in deep early and often if they if they want to stay in this one.
Elks are going to pull it back after the face-off. This is going to be Bratzel bringing it up ice near side. Bratzel across the neutral zone, throws it on net, and Edina's goalie makes the save.
Elks will change their forwards again. They changed the D on the last line.
Some fresh legs in there.
Absolutely. And it gets all the players into the game.
Definitely.
Face-off shot goes wide. Edina up to the wing side. That'll get out of the zone. Remick down to Bratzel. Broken up at the line. Held in for the moment. Edina regroups. And up through neutral ice, deep into the zone and out of play.
That'll stop the clock with 15:38 here to go in the first. Looks like that puck went on vacation, so they got a new one. Elk River comes away with it. It's going to go D to D. That's Bratzel. He gets challenged right away. Christian tips it forward. Back to Holmes. Holmes has got it now. Holmes going to throw it up ice just past Chase. Chase tips it, so it's not going to be an ice. Edina's going to collect the puck in their own end. It flips off the kick plate. Sorry, hard to see that corner. The Elks are circling in the zone, but Edina controls. They're going to tap it out through the neutral zone. Quick transition game for the Hornets. He's cut off by Bratzel. And Holmes is back to retrieve, help out his D partner. Bratzel hurries back to in front of the net. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. That was Harris that was chipped off the puck. I should say knocked off the puck. And the puck is chipped into the zone to Holmes. Holmes is immediately pressured by a couple of Hornets. Holmes comes away with it. Good little play there by Holmes. Ooh, a fancy move by Edina. They try to throw it across the middle, but that was Norton who had cut it off. Read the play. Norton throws it just forward, and that's Norton who comes away with it. Norton's got it now far side. Edina was able to knock it off his tape, and here the puck is in the neutral zone. It comes along the near side. Then it gets thrown down into the Elk zone. Elks are going to have to chase it down near corner. That's Barth. Barth gets hammered along the boards from the Hornets. The Hornets now working on keeping it in the zone, but it comes out and then gets thrown back in. So it would be an offsides if they touched it until now. Now Miller tries to throw it up out of the zone, but the Hornets read it the whole way and they throw it right back into the zone. The Elks going to throw it up near side. That's Miller who's chasing it down. And Edina slaps it back through the neutral zone. That's Barth, plays it across to Lerberg. Lerberg chips it up to Max Johnson. Max Johnson tips it into the zone. He's going to backhand it into the Edina end, and the Elks will change behind the play. Oh, there's an intercept by Gustafson. Gustafson drives down. Got it. Slides in front of that. Scores for the Elks. 1-0 Elk River. That is Cameron Gustafson on the goal with, I think it was Lerberg on the feed. At least that's how they're going to go across and give Nux. Nice little play there by Cam Gustafson. He faked the goalie like he was going
turnovers you got to have.
Yeah. Great job by Gustafson reading that one. Unassisted on that play was Cameron Gustafson. He read it and made the play all by himself. All by himself.
Good song, by the way.
Hornets are going to bring it into the Elk zone, but as Jason had just said, it is offsides.
We got 13:04 to go here in the first. Elks up 1-0. Like to see the speed of the play pick up a little bit on the red side. I think they were a little bit caught off guard by the speed of the Hornets here, but they've weathered the storm well. Puck's behind the net. Brady Hansen comes up the corner. That's Chip. He's a little bit hurt on the play. That was a knee to knee.
He being Cam Gustafson, number 17.
I'm guessing that's probably just a stinger. We'll have to wait and see. Eli back to pick it up. He's pressured by the Hornets. Brady Hansen up to the wing. Connor tries to get it up, but that's blocked. Picked off by Edina. Now picked up by
Harris.
Harris. Good God. Everybody's numbers changed, so I'm still picking them up. Harris pressuring the corner. That comes up the wing side. Edina's going to skate it out into neutral ice. Tried to go wide on Bratzel. Down into the corner it goes. Brady to meet him there. Oh, centering pass just goes through. That gets blocked.
Oh, good tie up there by Brady Hansen.
Really good play. You got to be able to tie those guys up for sure. Shot from the point here. That gets redirected. Good stop by Owen. Harris now comes through neutral ice and into the zone. To the middle, Christian can't quite handle it. Holmes gets it into the corner and he gives chase. Down behind the net he goes. Edina picks up the puck in the corner, up to the wing. They're going to get up to the blue line, but not out. Held by Bratzel. Oh, that gets deflected back out. Remick over to Harris. Harris to Holmes. Holmes turns away from pressure off the boards and into the neutral zone. Christian there to battle. That gets dumped into the Elk zone. Oh, it'll stop it behind the net. Edina quick on the puck. Got to be able to be quick to move it here. They're going to be quick pressuring. Battle in the slot, comes to Edina out in the corner, throws it in the middle, but that's blocked by Holmes. He'll ring it up the boards and out of the zone.
That's Dahlberg chasing down the Hornet on the far side. Miller cuts him off at the blue line and gets the steal. Little misread there by the Elks D. That's all right, they got it back. Miller's going to tap it to Michael Jackson. Michael plays it forward just off Dahlberg's tape. And he is immediately ridden into the boards. So the Hornets control. They're going to bring it right back up to the neutral zone again. Very quick transition game here for the Hornets. They split the D. They get out on Stockman. Shot! And it's deflected up over the net by Stockman. Stockman with a secondary save. And the puck comes up out of the zone. And that's Miller who's going to try to ride it down far side. The Hornets cut him off. And it comes near side. It goes far side. Bart there cuts off the Hornet. Hornet cuts the inside. Another good save by Stockman. Pad save. Puck comes behind the net. That's Norton who's going to tip it to Jackson. Jackson over to Max Johnson. Johnson's cut off, and the Hornets shoot and score from the wall. Goes 5-hole, and that's going to tie this one up. That forecheck pressure is pretty heavy on the Elks. They're going to have to get used to the timing of that. That's that's something we haven't seen yet in this tournament. That's pressure on the puck constantly in the zone.
Yeah, this pace is the fastest pace they've seen
all year for sure.
So you got to be ready and you got to know what you need to do with the puck right away.
Yep. No time to grab the puck and survey. The Hornets are going to backhand it into the zone, right back into the Elks territory. And that's Hansen who's down there. He comes away with the loose puck. He chips it forward, but that's Schulte who does get it over to Harris. Harris has got a 2-on-1 situation. That's Johnson. Johnson gets a shot off. There's a couple of swings at it, but the Hornets come away with it. And it comes back out through center ice, back into the Elk zone. That's Lerberg playing D with Hansen. Edina will skate it all the way around behind the net. The Hornets then lose it to Harris. Harris then loses it to the Hornets. And now no one controls. Until a shot comes, the puck is dangerously sitting there. Lerberg swats it away from the crease. And it comes back into the Hornet zone. Hornet quickly going to move right back through the neutral zone. No time to waste. And that gets around. Looks like Brady made a nice check. Now Jackson's going to carry it up through the neutral zone. Jackson takes it into the Hornets territory. There's a shot coming, but it's blocked. And the puck comes up into the slot, but nobody's home for the Elks. Here come the Hornets, right back down on the Elks. They are going to go far side, and he's going to stop and do a backhand pass, but Bratzel's there to pick it off. Now Jackson comes. A couple of bodies go flying in the near corner. That's Chase Remick, who's going to backhand it down up and out of the zone, and the Hornets will have to retrieve the puck, but it will be an ice, and the Elks are trying to relieve some pressure here. Whew.
I don't like that.
What's that?
Trainer's getting called.
For Cam? Yeah, I see him hobbling over there on the bench. Hornets come away with the face-off. There is it was a pass that was misdirection by the Hornets. Cross ice, just never got to another Hornet tape. Here's Miller going to carry it up through center ice, delivers it to Dahlberg. Dahlberg drops it back, and it comes to, was that Holmes who took that shot from almost a knee? Oh, there's a Hornet, gets past him, and Bratzel's trying to chase him down. Shot coming, Stockman equal, makes the save, equal to the task, that is. Comes over to Miller near side. Miller is going to try to just tap it down and get it to Harris. And Miller overskates it, and so the Hornets come away with it. And the Hornets are going to bring it down on the Elks D again. Seeing a lot of pressure early here, and Stockman's able to make that save. So as Jason had mentioned, the speed of the game is...
Looks like Gustafson's ready to go.
Yep, he's back on the ice. So
Trainer must have given him the good stuff.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's all we asked for, right?
Shot of adrenaline.
Just give me some of the good stuff. Face-off in the D zone. Cam wins the face-off. Brady behind his net. Barth up to Max. He can't quite control. Shot from the point. Blocked in front. Held in by Edina. Shot goes down into the corner. Battle along the half wall. Battling. It gets ripped around. Max gives chase up to the point. Shot from the point, gets blocked to the corner by Gustafson. Gustafson in the corner. He gets ridden off. Max tries to get it up, but not quite out. Loose guy there. Tie up there by Edina. Carried in by Brady Hansen. Takes a shot cross ice, looking for a tip. Couldn't quite connect there. Good pinch by Barth to hold it in.
Oh, there's a shot.
The Elks will dump and change.
Yeah, Edina's flying the zone too. I don't know if you've been picking up on that, but they are 100%. Sending a guy on the far side every time.
Yep.
And our D, we're not used to that.
Well, we haven't faced a game where they've even had a chance to do that because we've
not
been
fast enough.
Well, we've been controlling the play in the offensive zone, right?
Yep.
So you got to pick up the pace, but when you don't have it, you got to pay attention. Good transition teams will force you to do that.
6:34 remaining here in the first. Dahlberg's battling in the far corner. He ends up upended. Jackson does get a shot on net. The Hornets come away with the loose puck after the shot. Now Dahlberg picks it off at center ice, and it goes far side. Jackson, who's waiting for it, had to sidestep a check. And Norton's got it now on his tape. Norton's going to dump it into the zone. He gets it back on his tape, but the Hornets are there to just get rid of it, get it out of the zone. Lerberg picks it up. He's going to throw it down ice, and the Hornets are going to collect that loose puck. The Hornets control again. The Hornets bringing it through center ice. That was Jackson who got just a piece of it to disrupt the play. Lerberg picks it up from Stockman. He's going to go far side. That's intercepted, but it was offsides. Yeah. The Red Sweaters are going to have to get used to this speed. Edina's coming at him hard. Holmes got it now. Holmes is going to tap it up. Holmes is going to try to carry it out, and he does. Holmes comes across the center line. He's going to throw it. Oh, and it's offsides on the Elks by a step.
If you guys want to jump onto it.
And the face-off will be in the neutral zone, far side. Puck comes between the D's, splits them. Stockman's got his arm up. It's not going to be an ice. It's waved off. So the Elks will retrieve. They'll play D to D. They're going to backhand it up to Chase Remick. Chase throws it, but it's about 10 feet ahead of Joseph Christian, who's number 26. Number 29, Bratzel's carrying it up. He's going to throw it over to his defensive partner, Holmes. Puck was up there. Joe with a fancy little play between the legs. Harris is ridden hard into the boards. And the Hornets once again control. They're going to throw it up near side. That's Bratzel shoots, and that's on net. The goalie steers that aside. Harris comes and picks it up far side. Harris has now got a little bit of time. Harris is going to play it across to Bratzel. Bratzel has it now Near side, he throws it. It goes off a skate. That's Remick's skate. The puck comes harmlessly out of the zone, and that's Holmes who's going to have to retreat. Throws it back off the boards. Nice bank shot by Holmes. Remick has it picked off his stave, but he was able to get it back, and now it's just ping-ponging back and forth in the zone. There's a nice play. That's Harris. He tried to hit Mason, who was flying the zone. And it comes back to Bart. Bart's going to just dump it into the zone, into the far corner, near corner, excuse me. Off the kick blade, back up to the blue line. And the Hornets are looking cross ice. There he is. And that's Bart who is chasing this guy down. Stockman sprays forward, springs forward, and he's able to make the save. That comes over to Gustafson far side. Gustafson looking across ice. Nice little chip pass. Just a step slow there to Schultze, or else he would have had it right on his tape. And there's Edina again flying the zone. Splits the D. There's a shot. Stockman shuts him down.
What a save! That's just that you gotta be aware of that guy out there.
Yeah, I'm sure the coaches right now are talking to the team.
Yeah, and they'll deal with it at the period break, but you just gotta weather this storm.
Again, Edina's flying. There's two guys flying the zone again. It's going to be 1-2 shot, and he misses. And the Elks are really going to have to come up with a new defensive strategy because this ain't working. There's a shot and a goal by Edina. Nice play. Oops, I put the wrong score up. Sorry about that. Let me fix that. Well, what's going on here? Come on. Blind guy can't see. Scoreboard well. And it's 2-1 Edina. And the Elks are going to have to catch up to the team speed of the Hornets here. They are flying at the red sweaters.
And the first way you deal with that is your offside D has to be back. You gotta be prepared to be back. You can't take quite as many aggressive chances.
Puck's in the far corner of the Elks, now have it in the Hornets zone. That's Jackson on the forecheck along with Miller. So the first line is out here for the Elks to counter the Hornets' last scoring threat. And they were good on that threat. Puck comes up to Lerberg. Lerberg's going to step in the slot, makes a move, shot, and the goalie makes a nice save.
Good shot.
Puck's back in the slot, Hornets intercept. They're going to carry it up ice. It's a 2-on-2 situation, so they're going to dump it. Lerberg back to retrieve. Lerberg picks up the loose puck. He's going to go up ice to Dahlberg. Dahlberg's going to tap it up. Looks like, oh, and that was a couple of Elks who are flying by. What's the call? Too many men on the ice on Edina. Right?
Too many white guys.
Too many white jerseys. 2:22 remaining on the clock. Obviously, our clock's a little bit off.
That means too many men.
It's going to be too many men on Edina, so we're waiting for an Edina player here to hit the penalty box. The Elks will have their first power play of the game. Looks like Lerberg, Hansen, and then that first line of Miller, Jackson, and Dahlberg on the power play for the Elks. Opportunity here for Elk River to even this thing up. Elks win the faceoff. Get it back to Hansen. Hansen's going to get it to Miller, who's immediately swarmed by Hornets.
Yeah, you're not going to have any time. Their objective is to disrupt every kind of thing that you might have, and so you're going to have to move the puck fast.
Lerberg's going to tap it up ice, try to get it to Miller. Lerberg was cut off as he was bringing it up ice. So, to Jason's point, the Hornets are going to put pressure on the puck all over the ice. And the Elks are used to a little more time and space than they're getting right now. That's Lerberg who's got it again. He's going to carry it up ice. He's protecting it. He gets it over to Brady Hansen. Hansen is going to chip it forward, try to get it to Michael. And what are we doing? There was a whistle.
I think he hit a player in the bench.
Ah, got it. All of a sudden, there was a random whistle.
Well, I do have my pocket whistle, just in case we need it.
You're not supposed to tell anybody about that.
Oh.
It's a secret. The Elks changed their D and their forwards, so the second line, I believe, is out there for the Elks, or is that the third line, Jason?
Second
line?
It's a revamp.
Gustafson just loses the handle on the blue line, and it comes up and out of the zone. 56 seconds remaining on a on a pretty quiet power play here so far for the Elks. That's Gustafson who's got it back on his tape. And it's over to Holmes. Holmes has got it now. Holmes is going to circle. Holmes plays it across. That's Gustafson. Gustafson's tripped. No call. Schultze's got it now. Schultze's going to go near side corner, and then he skates behind the net. Now it's over far side corner. That's Schultze's still working on the Hornets, and then Holmes is going to chip it in. The puck's dangerously in the slot. That looks like Harris, who was taken down for a split second. And the puck is stuck along the near wall. Gustafson now had it in his skates. Now he's got it on his tape. He shoots, and the goalie is able to save that one.
That's a frustration shot.
Yeah.
When things just aren't going well.
Yeah. 29 seconds remaining here in the first period. 8 seconds remaining on the power play for the Elks. Elks haven't been able to muster much here on the power play, unfortunately. Puck comes out to Hansen. Hansen over to Miller. Miller to Hansen. Hansen across to Lurberg. Lurberg's going to take a shot. I think that got blocked, did it not? Oh, then it comes to Dahlberg. Dahlberg's going to look across. Oh, it's sitting in the crease, and the goalie, and there's it! It's in the net! And the Elks get the goal. Cleanup goal. That's Dahlberg swarming the net, and he gets the shot, the secondary shot, just followed his own shot, and he popped it in the net.
If that puck is loose, you just swinging sticks.
Yep. 14 seconds remaining here in the period.
Which
The Elks,
is better than here.
I don't know if that was technically a power play goal or not.
Nope.
It was not.
It was not. It was an even strength
It was
goal.
even strength.
Number 18, Logan Dahlberg.
So that's Dahlberg from Lurberg. 5 seconds remaining, and the Hornets are swarming again. They got a shot coming. It's blocked out front. The Elks are going to be able to get out of the period with this game tied 2-2. Entertaining first period of hockey. And we're going to
Lot to learn from that one.
Yes, sir.
But hey, we're right there.
We're there.
He knows my whistle. Now my gum is all worn out. Now I'm great. Now my
Glad to be here, sir.
You do, I can tell. You gotta quit dancing with the puck.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta get it and move it. This is not.
I'm sure they have competition.
I hope so. That's been the problem so far. They're used to dance all the way. It ain't work tomorrow.
We're going right at it here. All right. Oh, my clock says 13 seconds. That could be a problem. Actually, who looks at the clock anyway?
Couldn't you just run it down?
Yeah, I suppose. And then switch it down. There we go. Clock operator error. Alright, I didn't hit done, that's why. Alright.
Welcome back to Edina. We got a fresh sheet of ice.
Fresh legs, sorta, kinda.
Fresh legs. I'm sure they've revamped a few things. Elks will be
about
starting out
speed.
with their top line again, and here we go.
See what kind of intensity we bring here in the second. Elk River is cut off on the near side. That's Dahlberg. Jackson got it to Dahlberg. Over to Miller. Miller shoots, and oh, it's off the crossbar. Miller just missed on a snipe. So Elk River's top line comes out firing, literally. The official goes down. Fresh ice, be careful. 16:41 to go here in the second period. Elks win the face-off. That's Brady Hansen. Brady's going to tap it down near side to Jackson. Jackson is cut off, and the Hornets control behind their own net. Elks putting pressure on the forecheck. That's Miller trying to ride his guy into the boards. The puck comes out. The Hornets shoot. Lerberg blocks that one. Now the Hornets will skate behind the Elks net. They're going to throw it out to Miller. Miller's got it now. Miller is going to go behind the play, and it comes out to Dahlberg. Dahlberg is checked off the puck, and the Hornets are going to throw it in the zone. Hornets walk in, shoot. Stockman with the save. Hornets control far side. That's Brady Hansen who goes after it. Now Jackson comes over, tries to chip it up the boards, but not strong enough. And then Brady chips it over to Lerberg. Lerberg's ridden hard into the boards. Then he's thrown down to the ice with a headlock. No call by the officials. That's good for him. Lerberg's got it now. Lerberg surveying the ice. He's going to take it back. He's going to throw it up near side off the boards. Nobody home for the Elks. And Edina's going to circle back through the neutral zone. Right back in. Shot blocked by Lerberg. And Stockman steers the remaining puck aside. What's left of that shot. Now Edina playing it behind the net. They play it to Brady Hansen. Brady Hansen's cut off right away by the Hornets. Good forecheck here by Edina early. Edina all over the puck. Gustafson loses his stick, and so it's going to be, oh, nope, Gustafson's got to stick back. That's Schultze who challenges. Edina still has control. They're going to throw it behind the net. It comes over to, I can't see, I don't know. And it's thrown up and all the way down the ice to Edina's end. And it's near side. Edina quickly back up ice. Holmes throws it across ice. That's to Harris. That ricochets just off his tape to Edina. Oh, a bouncing puck almost got back. It was a knuckle puck that almost got passed off, but Stockman kind of did a forearm shiver to get rid of it. Harris is going to carry it up. He's cut off by the Hornets. Harris is going to throw it across ice. That's to Holmes. Holmes is going to shoot it from beyond, well, about the red line, but it was more of a dump, I guess. Hornets quickly up ice again, flying that guy out of the zone. You have to back up so I can see. Now it comes back up out. Edina's going to chase it down. He's pinched off in the corner. And the puck's bouncing around. The Elks hold the zone. That's Christian, who's on the near side, gets it to Remick. Remick has his pocket picked. Comes back out, flies the zone all the way out to Stockman. Stockman's got it now. He's going to hand it off to Bratzel. Bratzel's going to carry it up ice. Bratzel splits a couple of Hornets, but the pass lands right on a Hornet tape, and the Hornets throw it down, but that's going to be an ice.
Just tell me, I do that all the time. If I'm in the way, just
We'll let you know.
kick me right in the ass.
Give me a little stick. There you go. It'll be just like my playing days. Dude, my back is constantly in pain from getting racked in the front of the net.
Face off in the Edina zone.
That was back in the
Elks
day
win
when
the
they didn't
face off.
care
That's
about
going to be Bratzel with the shot. Now Miller throws it out front. That's Barth. Barth takes a look. Shot saved by the Edina goalie.
Good eyes.
Logan gets it back to Miller. Miller now is cut off by a couple Hornets. Miller retains control. Miller throws up to Jackson. Jackson up top. He shoots. Sorry, that wasn't Jackson. That was Bratzel. The other 9 number. That comes up far side, and the Hornets are able to clear the zone. It's going to be a 2-on-1 with Barth back. There's a shot coming. Stockman makes a save. And the Elks back check comes up and cleans up the garbage. It's still on Edina tape, though. The Hornets are still looking. Shot coming. And it gets past Stockman for a goal. Stockman's not happy about something. Stockman's got half his gear off. He's pissed about, sorry, he's not happy. So I'm not sure what happened on that play. The Elks are back talking to their goalie, making sure he's all right. He looks like he's fine. Not sure if he was just mad or, what's your take on that, Jason?
Looked like he might have caught something, an inadvertent stick maybe up into the neck area.
Sure. Face? I don't know. So Edina regains the lead 3-2. It's going to be an offside on the Elks. So the Hornets will control the puck up and out of the zone. That gets deflected, so the Elks will intercept. That's Gustafson who's cut off, and it gets it up to Schulte. Schulte's gets it across to Gustafson. Gustafson with the look. Nice little play, a little backhand just wide. And the Hornets will bring it up out of the zone. Far side gets past Hansen. Lerber comes over to help out. Stockman slides across and makes a save. 2 Elks were sprawling across in front of Stockman on that. Stockman doesn't have his stick. That comes across, and the Hornets are swarming again. There's another shot blocked by Schulte out front. And the Hornets are going to shoot again, but it's blocked by Lerberg. Lerberg comes up out, and it gets chipped up and out of the zone, and the Elks are going to make a change behind the play. Lerberg taps it loose from the Edina stick, but right now Edina controls in their own zone. Edina goes far side. They're going to carry it across the red line. They're going to throw it down deep into the Elk zone. Stockman will come out to play to Lerberg. Lerberg's going to tap it up. Chase gets it to Bryce Harris. Bryce Harris is cut off, and the Hornets are doing a neutral zone chop, are they not? A lot of activity in the neutral zone for the green and white. When the Elks are trying to enter the zone, they're not making it easy, that's for sure.
No, you gotta move the puck quickly, and you gotta move with speed.
Harris, that's Norton who's got it on his tape. Nice little drop pass there to Harris. Harris plays the far side. Nobody's home for the Elks.
Heads up.
That puck comes up and out of play.
I had you covered.
I was going to do the soccer thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have caught it there if you were going to tip it up to me. I was well prepared for that play.
Puck came right at us, but it hit the glass.
Better than my face.
Elks have Norton and Holmes on the blue line. That's Holmes is going to take a shot. That goes wide left. Or I should say to the goalie's right. And Miller had it along the far wall. Well, he never really controlled it, and the Hornets were able to come away with the loose puck. Holmes has got it now. He's going to retreat into his own zone, throw it across to Norton. Norton's going to stop, take a look, get it up to Miller, but Miller just chipped it forward, and once again the Hornets giving the Elks all kinds of trouble in the neutral zone. Finally the Elks get it into the zone, over to Miller, and Miller's ridden off the puck before he can get a shot off. Yeah, that was good D. A couple bodies collide, and the Hornets try to bring it out with speed. The puck's sitting there, and that's Dahlberg who's going to throw it up into the zone because it's an offsides on the Elks, but I think Dahlberg was changing behind the play, so he just had to zing it across ice, I think.
Yeah, I think we got a little rock and sock equal them up. I didn't really see it.
Yeah. Well, we got dual penalties here, one on Edina, one on the Elks Dahlberg. For Edina, it's number 2. Oh, they get to chat and be friends right below us here. So there's the face-off. It stays 5-on-5. And Edina will bring it into the Elk zone. Near corner, big check. I didn't see it. Can't see in that far corner. It gets pretty hard. Gustafson's going to throw it across ice. And that's... Oh, there's a big hit by... I think that's Bratzel. Bratzel laid the boom, but it's going to be a penalty on Bratzel. It's going to be an elbow. So Bratzel's going to the box for the Elks. And it will be Edina's first power play of the game. 9:34 remaining here in the second. Edina leading by a goal.
2 minutes for roughing. Rothel for roughing. Time penalty. 7:26 in the second period.
So you probably heard the announcer there. There's a roughing call on Madden Bratzel. Elks shorthanded for 2 minutes. Here come the Hornets. They're going to tap it out front. Schultz was there to pick it up and slap her down the ice. Edina's goalie will come out and play it. Now Edina will pick it up behind the play. Edina's going to play it up near side. Edina's going to carry it up center ice. Now they go near side again along the boards. Edina controlling in the neutral zone. The Elks giving them a little pressure. And Edina's going to skate it down far side, harmlessly along the perimeter. Now the puck is along the near side boards. Comes across to the D. Shot! He missed the net by about 15 feet right. And Edina still controls. Edina goes to the point. Makes a little move around Gustafson. Shot! Goal for Edina. That was a nice play. D stepped into the slot. The Elks had 3 guys in front of the goalie, but it did nothing but screen the goalie, unfortunately. And Edina goes up by a pair. Moral of the story, Jason, I think we've got to stay out of the box in this one.
Amongst other things.
8:41 remaining here in the second with Edina up by a pair. 4-2 Hornets. Puck comes far side to Jackson. Jackson drops it to Miller. Miller rides this guy into the boards, and they both stay upright. And Holmes has got it now, taps it down to Miller. Miller did a little drop pass, but Jackson had dropped to the center of the ice. So it was really incomplete pass.
It was a Kirk Cousins.
Using football lingo.
Foul ball.
Edina controls, they go D to D. It gets intercepted center ice. Miller, that was Harris who picked it off. Now Jackson's got it on his tape. Jackson drives the net. He's cut off by a Hornet. Big collision in front of the net. Then the puck comes up and out of the zone just past Miller's tape. Here come the Hornets. Miller turns back with the puck near side. Miller, a little backhand shovel to Harris. Harris has got it now. Harris is going to throw it center of the ice. Harris has got it far side. Goes over to the far side. He was near side. Now the puck comes up center ice. That's Edina is going to carry it up and out. Holmes has got it now in the near corner. And it gets knocked off his tape. Here it comes off all the way up. And that's Barth, who's back playing a little one-on-one. He does a nice job of cutting off that Hornet. And the Elks chip it up near side boards, throw it across ice. That's Holmes has got it. Holmes has got it far side, going to carry it through the neutral zone. Holmes looking across ice. He's going to chip it below the net. Got his own pass. And the Hornets cut it off, and the Elks are waiting. There's Barth with a shot. The goalie gets a stick on it, steers that wide. The Hornets are going to make a little nifty move behind the net. That's Joe Christian providing the pressure on the forecheck. Jackson comes over to help, but the Hornets get it up and out of the zone. Bratzel's got it now. Bratzel's going to carry it. He's going to backhand it to Barth behind the Elks net. Barth plays it up to Chase Remick. Chase chips it forward, but there's nobody flying, so we're chipping it to nobody. I've seen that play 2 or 3 times already, not just from Remick, but from multiple Elks. We're chipping the puck to where we expect someone to be, and there's nobody there.
Oh, there's a good chance.
There's a good shot, and the puck was loose in the crease.
There. Yeah.
Comes up, and there's shot by Barth, and the goalie once again comes out aggressively, makes the save. That's Schultz providing all the pressure. Edina now is going to chip it up and out of the zone. That's right on Barth's tape. He's going to backhand it, but it's another no-look backhand to the Edina, and there is not just Barth again. It's just all of the Elks are going to have to work on that. And here comes Max. Max is going to carry it up. This is Max Johnson. Near side chips it into the zone. He's going to go after his own pass behind the net. Oh, there's the Hornets there first. Hornets quickly up and out of the zone. They're going to get through neutral zone, and the Elks playing back a little bit. And there's a shot on net. And Stockman makes the save. The Elks are playing a little too far back on that. You got to mind their gaps. Like to see the Elks put on some neutral zone pressure with the D assisting, at least a smaller gap than playing center field back there.
Yeah, you got to be up and tight. Here's Miller through neutral zone, 1-on-2. He goes wide, still controls, pauses, loses it briefly, goes up to the point. It's held in. Miller throws it into the corner. It goes behind the net. Edina gives chase up to the half wall, but that's cut off by Harris. Harris gets tangled up, and Edina escapes. But that gets turned right over by Lerberg. Lerberg goes back deep in behind the net. Will stop it by the goalie. Edina reverses course. They come up. They get it out of the zone. It felt like Elk River was just backing up, letting them come out.
Just backing up and out. And so here's what's happening, right? At least this is what I think. So in the first period, they flew the zone, right? So they're like, hey, you can't let that guy get behind you. So our D's are like, well, all right, well, then we got to play way back and not mind our gaps.
Yeah, but even the forwards there are playing off, and that's just it's an incorrect way of
adjusting to the speed.
Of adjusting to the speed. Face-off gets dumped into Elk River's zone. Stockman stops it behind his net. Lerberg takes it, comes up the half wall. I can't see anymore.
Takes his own pass.
And he flies through neutral ice. He's got Christian with him. Drop to him. Christian makes a move. He loses it in the slot. It gets turned over. Edina carries through neutral ice. Remick bothers him. He goes around. That gets chipped up. It's middle. That's going to stay in the zone.
Back up. .357 remaining here in the second.
There's really 2 ways to play against speed. Either pick up your pace, or you have to take every single body.
Yes, agree 100%. Jackson in the face-off top for the Elks in their own zone. The Hornets are going to step up. They're going to look to take a shot. Stockman sees it the whole way, knocks it down. Now you got Holmes. Holmes is going to bring it up. Holmes is going to tap it up to Jackson. Jackson coming up with speed. Up, and the Dino's able to pick his pocket. They're going to bring it up. They flew the zone again. There's a shot. Stockman makes the save. Stockman's going to end up with 100 saves in this game. Saves are not on the board, or else I'd tell you. And Edina now is going to backhand it. And too many red sweaters watching instead of playing here. Let's go, boys. Edina again. The Elks seem to be at this point just Stockman with another save, and it goes to the corner. Puck stuck in the corner, and there's a battle. That's Holmes over there. They're kind of tied up. That was Norton who stepped up and picked it off. Norton gets it up to Miller. Miller's gonna nice little chip to Dahlberg, who was flying. Dahlberg shoots. Goalie makes a nice pad save for the Hornets. And here comes Edina again. They're gonna fly the zone, and there's a shot coming in. Stockman steers that aside, and the Elks on the back check. Now the puck's on the far side. Edina chips it forward. Norton's right there to pick it off. Norton tries to play it through about 6 Hornets. they pick it off.
Could have been 10.
Hornets are going to come near side, try to slide it across. Shot, they're feeling. Oh! Stockman makes a sprawling save, loses his stick and everything. I don't think he actually got the puck. The Hornets just chipped it wide, but it was a hell of an attempt. 2:06 remaining here. And the speed of the game has stayed extremely fast here through the second period. Gustafson in the face-off dot for the Elks. Looks like the Elks win it. That's Barth over there. That's Gustafson, chips it forward to Johnson. Johnson chipped it forward to Schultze. Schultze picks it up far wall. Oh, just overskated it. Now the Elks are going to dump it into the zone, and the goalie comes out, settles it down. And here comes Edina's breakout again, which is like clockwork every time. Good heavy hit by Barth along the near boards. Madden's got it now. Madden's going to survey the ice. Throws it across to Johnson. Johnson plays it to Schultze. Schultze shoots, and I thought it was in the net, but it was not. And the puck goes far side. Schultze's got it back. The goalie had made the save. It was an optical illusion. Looked like the puck was in the back of the net. Here come the Hornets right back through the neutral zone. They're going to backhand it behind the net. The Elks are, oh yeah, the puck came loose for a second. Nobody went to get the puck. Max throws it across, but it's in Harris's skates. And the Elks are going to try to swat at it. Boy, the Elks look like they can't wait to get out of this period. And Bratzel's going to chip it forward into the Hornet zone. And the Hornets misplay it. So now Harris has got it. Harris tries to turn it back in. Puck comes to Barth. Barth tries to throw it, but it's past Joe. Joe looks for the
there.
Yep, Harris tried to hit Joe. Lerberg plays with his hand to his tape. Now Lerberg's going to play it across to Hansen. Hansen gets it to Chase. Chase just chips it into the Edina Hornet zone. Now the Hornets are going to bring it back up ice. The Hornets with speed. That was Brady Hansen with a heavy check. Stockman plays it far corner. Lerberg reverses directions. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson plays it. Can't see. He gets it over to Jackson, and he's going to try to chip it out of the neutral zone. That'll get rid of the time. And the Elks drop a pair of goals in that period to Edina, and they do not score. And that means 4-2 after 2.
Shots are 27-18 after 2 periods for Edina.
What are they?
27-18.
27-18 on shots. There, you heard it. And that's the difference on the scoreboard, too. You know, a lot more shots. Stockman doing a great job of keeping the Elks in this one so far. All right, third period. We're gonna zam the ice again, so we'll grab your favorite beverage and come back.
Enjoy that.
Pull your pants down and grab your legs.
Spread them. Give me 2 good coughs. Maybe 3.
Don't cough. Don't cough.
Just deep breath.
My kid just broke another stick. I mean, he's broken like 5 this year. So
You need a loan?
no, the rates of car ride.
I was just
go
gonna.
up.
Well, that was my next question. Is are rides gonna become more
Rides
expensive?
are getting more expensive at this point.
The problem is you only got like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, that's
You
been going
better,
on for
you
a
better,
long time.
well, you better be driving Camelot over the holidays.
Yeah, you drive.
This is great. Those are stuck in the North China Sea. They're over there. I don't know why.
I just ordered some from Burma Steak.
Yeah. I know.
He used to go through 2 or 3 a year, and now he's going. I mean, he's broke 4 in since August. He broke 1 like during tryouts. We got him a new one a half year. Delivered it to his car during my lunch break. He came home at 4 with it in 2 pieces. I was like, well, that was. And then that's this one. And then once you get your replacement, you only get 1. So everyone keeps saying you might.
I know,
If you use your card, you get a 60-day. Well, it doesn't matter when you break 2.
Yeah, no, I know. There was one weekend we went to 3 sticks and a lacrosse shaft. That was a really spendy weekend. One of them had, at least one of them was warranted. One of the Hunters.
Close your gap. Close the gap. Close it. Close the gap. Huddling. Close the gap.
They probably got 4 or 5 games on us.
Yeah. How many games have you guys played so far this year? 7.
I didn't want to go there, but I was already in my head. I was already visualizing it.
How about you guys?
This is just like number 4.
Okay.
We had a late start to the season.
Okay.
And the official drops the puck, and we're playing hockey again. It comes down into the Elk zone. Stockman steers it aside to Lerberg. Lerberg's going to bring it up the boards. He taps it to Dahlberg, but Elk's got to get go in their skates. And the Elks are cut off in the neutral zone, and the Hornets control it. They're going to throw it in on net again. Stockman steers that aside. There's a shot from the far side. Lerberg was there to pick it off, and a couple of Elks and Hornets end up into the boards. Elk River tries to chip it up and out of the zone. They do. That's Miller who's going to, from his knees, try to swat it forward. Jackson comes up. He skates and intercepts. And it comes back around, and here come the Hornets back up ice, and Harris gets knocked off the puck, but Norton steps up and chips it forward, but the Hornets control again. Hornets throw it down deep into the corner, and Stockman settles it down, gets it over to Norton. Norton's got it now. Norton looking across ice, throws it up and behind Schultze. Schultze's going to have to chase it down. The Hornets have it now. Hornets chip it off the glass, and oh, it gets deflected high up into the netting, and that'll stop play. 15:46 here to go in the third. The Hornets up by a pair, 4-2 Edina. Jason, thoughts?
You look deep in thought there. Well, I was deep in thought, but it was more individualized stuff than anything else.
Were you shopping at Home Depot in your brain?
Yeah, right? That's all the time.
And there's a penalty coming. It looks in the far corner. Not sure who. It's on Edina, so Elk River will get a power play. That is a elbow, I believe. Or a rough.
Roughing. That's a roughing call. No, it just looked like Gustafson was still favoring the hip from the hit in the first period. I was just paying attention to that. That's the dad thing more than anything.
The Elks get it up top to Lerberg. Lerberg goes off the boards to Gustafson. Gustafson right back to Lerberg. Lerberg tries to send it down the boards, but Edina was able to pick it off. That's where you got to carry that off the wall and get it to the middle. Lerberg has it back on his tape. He's going to bring it up far side with some speed. Lerberg's going to skate it down. He's going to look, shot. And the goalie makes a save, and now there's a follow-through with the Elks. Couple shots. Nothing gets past the goalie, though. The goalie does a good job of cutting it off. Lerberg's got it now up top. He's shoved into the boards, and he ends up on his keister. The Elks control, though. That's Brady. Gets it across to Harris, I believe. Harris had that shot blocked. And the Hornets throw it up and out of the zone. Stockman's going to throw it all the way up. Nice little play by Gustafson to chip it forward to Schultze. Schultze's going to shoot, and the Edina goalie saw that from a mile away.
That shot's got to be low off the pads for Harris on a rebound.
Elk River comes to the face-off dot. That's Michael Jackson. And the Elks control. That's Miller's got it behind the net. He's going to throw it up top, low to high to Bratzel. Bratzel goes down low back to Miller. Miller shoves it into the corner to Jackson. Jackson controls now. Jackson up to Miller. Miller takes a look at Bratzel. Bratzel plays it kind of bouncing puck, and the Hornets end up taking it up and out of the zone before the Elks can get a shot on it. Stockman settles it down behind his own net, turns it over. Diving save by Stockman. So
I don't know how that didn't go in.
Stockman turned it over behind his own net, had to fly back, dove, and made an incredible diving save on his own turnover. You don't see that very often in hockey.
No.
14-15 remaining here in the third. Hornets come away with it in the faceoff. The Elks still on a power play for 34 seconds, but the Hornets are controlling play. Dahlberg's going to throw it over to Miller. Miller's going to try to get it up to, nope, he's going to go backwards now to Bratzel. Bratzel back to Miller. And the Hornets just take it right off the tape, and here comes Miller, gets it back on the turnover. Miller's going to take it down. He's going to get it to Holmes. Holmes kind of chips it past the Hornets into the corner. Miller goes flying down behind the net. He pops back up onto his skates. Now Miller's got it back behind the net. Plays it over to Jackson. Jackson's going to play it back to Miller. Miller's got it now. He's going to shoot off the goalie. The goalie makes the save. The goalie was tight on the pipe, and the puck bounces back to Bratzel. Holmes, excuse me. Holmes' bank pass comes to Miller. Miller on the blue line slides it across to Holmes, who takes a shot, but it's blocked on a skate by the Hornets. Hornets have blocked a lot of shots in this game. Something else the Elks aren't used to. It's chipped all the way down. The Hornets going to play it back into the corner, and the Hornets are going to carry it up. Hornets far side. That's knocked off the Hornets tape, and the Elks are going to accidentally throw it down the length of the ice, and that'll be an icing. .56 here to go in the third. Stockman makes a save out in front of his own net, a deflected shot, so the goalie had to react to it. That's Barth. He's going to try to just chip it forward, and it's up and out of the zone. Good work by Barth. Penalty is now over to Edina. Elks never really had a good scoring chance on that power play. Norton's got it now. He's going to play it to Johnson. Johnson throws it into the corner, and that's Chase Remick who's going to chase it down. Now it's in the corner. And there's some bumping and grinding going on in the corner. Couldn't see what was going on. It comes out to Norton. Norton gets it across to Lerberg. Lerberg's going to throw her all the way down. And the Elks forecheck's going to have to go to work, but there's only one on the forecheck. Elks are changing behind the play. And the puck comes up and out. It's a 2-on-1. Lerberg back. He tips it wide. And that eliminates the threat on that play, but the Hornets still control. Lerberg over there challenging. Puck comes behind the net. Hansen intercepts. Hansen now for the Elks, carries it up near side. Hansen with some speed, carrying near side, chips it down into the zone. Looks like the Elks have resigned to just chipping it into the zone and then trying to go to work on the forecheck, but doesn't look real well. Lerberg pinches this guy off, and Hansen ends up with it. Hansen chips it forward just past Lerberg's tape. It was deflected. Now Lerberg's going to play forward into the corner, rides this guy hard behind the net. Now Lerberg's going to, backhand it, but nobody's home for the Elks.
There.
Good idea, but nobody was home. And that's an icing on Edina. So the face-off will come back down into the Hornet zone.
I think we're just feeling them out. We're just feeling them out.
Puck's in the corner. I don't know who could just swatted it, and it was on that.
Kind of knew where it was.
Yeah. That's Holmes. He's going to play it to Schultze. Schultze with a nice little pass to Gustafson. Gustafson carries it down near side. He's cut off by a couple of Hornets. Puck bounces loose. It looks like the Elks tried to hold. They did. Oh, Harris lost his footing. Now Schultze comes away with it. He's ridden into the off the puck, but Harris had a shot again. Oh, and Harris goes into the board hard. But he's back on his feet. He's all right. You got Holmes coming up ice. Holmes is going to throw it all the way. Tries to hit Dahlberg, fly in the zone. Dahlberg's got the puck. He's pinched off behind the net. That comes out to the blue line. That's Norton who's going to backhand it into the corner. He had a little more time than he thought, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought I did.
Mason,
good shot there, Block.
Mason shoots it, but that was Dahlberg who it hit Dahlberg. Now the puck's in the far corner. Miller circles back. He's tripped. No call.
No call. Unreal.
Yeah. Norton shoots it, and the goalie deflects it, and it goes wide.
That's up and into the netting.
So the Stripes missed an obvious strip there, but maybe they're afraid to call another penalty. I don't know. Face-off in the Edina zone, glove side of the goalie. That would be to his left. Elks win the face-off, get it in on net, but the goalie's right there with his pads down on the ice to make the save. And the puck comes out far left side. Hornets going to skate it up. The Elks gave him some space. That's Bart, puts his guy hard into the boards. And there's a high stick. And on the Elks. 22 red is going into the box. So he gets tripped, and then they call him for a high stick. That's unfortunate. 9:29 remaining here. Still 4-2, and the Elks are going to have to kill off a penalty here for 2 minutes. Edina scored on their first power play. This is their second of the game. Edina controls. To the top, shot. Stockman steers that wide. Good shot. Hard shot. Edina controls now up top. Edina has the puck on the far boards along the kick plate. Circling back, looking, surveying. That's Dahlberg who cut him off. Now Dahlberg gets a breakaway. A 2-on-1 for the Elks. Short-handed. There's a shot. Goal! Dahlberg finds the back of the net for the Elks.
Interesting, because you potentially could have even called Dahlberg on that one for maybe a penalty.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I can't decide what they're calling and what they're not calling.
4-3, Edina's still in the lead, but that's a shorthanded goal for the Elks.
Hey, that's life, right?
Nice play by Dahlberg. We've got a puck on the ice down in the far corner, so a Hornet went and picked it up and gave it to the official. And we'll play with a different puck. Schultze gets it off the face-off, throws it off.
Still got a minute and a half here to kill off, so.
All right, so there's a minute and a half still to go on the penalty. Maybe the Elks just need to play shorthanded. Edina drops it to the blue line. The Elks do a quick flyby. Edina is going to play it on the perimeter for now. It's up the point. Far side, it gets deflected for just a second by Cameron Gustafson, who's providing the pressure along with Brady Hansen. We call him Brad. Edina now circling top. Edina was sneaking the guy down on the backside. Lerberg's going to come out, challenge for just a second, but for the most part, the Elks are staying in their box. There's a shot coming from Edina, but Stockman sees it the whole way.
Give that shot. That one's fine.
Makes the save. 8:07 to go here in third period. That's Jackson in the face-off dot for the Elks. And that's Holmes, who tried to get it high off the glass. It never gets out. There's a shot coming. Stockman makes the save, goes off his shoulder, ends up behind the net. Edina right back to the points again. They're going to go perimeter. They're going to go to the top of the key. They're going to go far side. There's a shot coming. Edina tried to get it in the net. And finally there's a whistle and no goal. There's all kinds of bodies in front of the net. And some upset moms. I'd say we let the moms play for a while. Now we'll get this sorted out. Edina making a change behind the play. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players on the ice.
Well, when you wait that long.
15 seconds to go in the power play for the Hornets. Mason overskates it. There's a shot coming. Stockman puts his big pad down, makes the save. The puck is now along the kick plate behind the net. Norton picks it up, throws it up and out of the zone.
That will kill the penalty.
And Miller's out of the box for the Elks. So we got a 1-goal game. Edina's going to carry it down. 7 minutes to go. They throw it right to the slot. Shot. Stockman lost it behind him, but the Elks were able to sweep it away. Penalty coming. And they're going to take both players. And that's going to be Jackson and number 2, I believe. That's the second time in the box for number 2 for Edina. So we'll stay 5-on-5. 7:10 remaining here in third period. We're a 1-goal game between Edina and Elk River here at Braemar in the Holiday Tournament. In case you're not familiar, the Holiday Tournament is 4 teams every year. Eden Prairie Eagles, Edina, Elk River, and Grand Rapids. All 4 teams every year, same 4 teams. Elks pick it off at center ice. That's Max Johnson who taps it forward. Max now on the forecheck for the Elks along with Chase Remick. Puck comes up and out of the zone. That's Chase Remick who's going to swat it right back into the zone. Edina now looking to get a clean breakout, but can't. A couple of missed passes. That's Bratzel with a shot. And Edina's goalie's right there to make that save. Oh, we got a random buzzer. The score table wanted to get the attention of the officials. What's that all about?
Referee key. I think the next set of refs are showing up, and they were asking the current refs if they had a key, and something about go figure it out on your own. I don't know if that's actually what was said.
Got it now. Lerberg tries to throw it down low, but Edina's Edina's figured out that she can't swat it down the boards. You got to take her to the middle of the ice or make a play.
You're fine. Run up, man. See why I don't.
That's because I'm short. I did that on purpose.
Edina throws it high off the glass. Lerberg steps up, intercepts.
Good pinch there.
Yep, Edina gets it up and out of the zone though. Oh, and the Elks get the turnover at center ice, but the Hornets pick up the loose puck. They're going to throw it all the way back behind their own net. They're going to go far corner, near corner, and then they're going to bring it up. That was off a skate or a leg. Edina, oh, they try to go right back to the slot. Had a step on the Elks. The battle behind the net. And Remick's going to have to step up and challenge. Oh, there's a shot from the boards. They scored once from that spot. And the Elks look like they are struggling to get it out of the zone here. Just a step slow here in the third. 5:34. Looks like we got some tired legs out there, Chase. Puck slings far side. Edina just missed the pass. Elks can't control it. Comes back below the net again, and Edina's just... Oh, jeez, we're over-skating it. It's the third time the Elks over-skated it. Still can't get it out of the zone. Shot coming. Blocked in front. Edina's swarming around in front of the net. The Elks are just trying to figure out how to get it the heck out of the zone. And Lerberg finally picks up the puck. He's going to throw it far side, but that doesn't get up and out of the zone. Chase challenges, shot, loose puck sitting on the side of the net. Stockman can't get to it. Stockman's missing a glove.
Lost some gear.
Yeah, he lost his gear, and once gear comes off a goalie, that has to be blown dead. And Stockman did the right thing. He showed his bare hand to the official and said, "Look, I don't have a glove on."
I can still play catch, but it'll hurt.
Yeah. Or I could get run over by a skate. That would really hurt. Face off in the Elk zone. Elk's got some fresh legs out there, thank goodness. Puck comes up top, shot. Stockman had the pads down, but it got deflected before it got to him. Cameron Gustafson plays it up to Harris. The Elks finally get it out of the zone. Here comes Schulte. Schulte, near side, shot coming from Schulte. It gets deflected high up into the netting.
Gotta be quicker.
Candy is dandy. Gotta be quicker.
Gotta be quicker.
Something. Little Willy Wonka reference there. Puck comes up top to Barth. Barth backhands it down to Schulte, but Schulte was being shoved to the ice at the time. And the Hornets control it. Elks have about 4 minutes here to try to tie this thing up. Hornets get past the Elks defense. Shot coming. Stockman makes the save. Stockman's got to be up around 40, 45 saves at this point, wouldn't you say, Jason?
At least.
4:19 remaining here in the third period. Elk River trailing by a goal. Elks were able to get one back on the shorthanded goal by Dahlberg. And Harris swats at it. The Hornets are battling along the wall. And the Hornets come away with it. Hornets winning a lot of puck battles tonight. Comes up top to the key, shot, and the Elks deflect it. That's Holmes. Blocks it with his skate. Holmes now challenging in the near corner. Almost looks like a power play right now. Hornets are going to throw it back down in the corner. Hornets happy just to keep it in the perimeter, at least for now. Hornets go behind the net. They're looking to center it. Here's a shot coming. Oh, off the post. Saw it coming. Backhand. And the goalie's best friend makes the save. You can probably hear the bell ring. Miller plays it across to Dahlberg. Dahlberg far side. Dahlberg's got the hot hand. He shoots it. Goalie gloves it. And that was the first shot the Elks have had in a while. 3:24 remaining here in the third. The Elks trying to figure out how to get one more to even this thing up.
Yeah, they're shortening the bench a little bit here.
And pressure down low. I think that's Harris working on a Hornet. He's looking to play high off the glass. He does. Comes out to Lerberg. Just gets past him. Lerberg's going to have to chase it down. Lerberg's got a man on him. Lerberg ridden hard into the boards behind the net. Hansen tries to come over to help, but the Hornets come away with it. Big body there, number 3 doing a good job of puck protection. That's Harris over to Hansen. Hansen comes near side, he's cut off, and the puck goes in the corner. Hansen's still working on it. Puck comes out by the Hornets. Puck goes off a piece of gear, and Lerberg's going to chip it. And the Elks, it's now center ice. All of a sudden, Gustafson has it out of nowhere. Gustafson comes down, takes it on net. That goes just wide. It was knocked off his tape at the last second. Now we're going to get back to Gustafson, but he's swarmed by Hornets. And the puck is thrown down to Stockman. Stockman settles it down and leaves it for Lerberg. Lerberg taps that to Bratzel. Bratzel's going to look cross ice, looks his guy off. Now he's going to throw it across. Oh, and the Elks are offside.
Of all the places.
Come on, boys.
So the Elks had probably one of their better zone entry looks, and unfortunately, they were offsides. Edina's going to come away with it. From the face-off, carrying it down along the boards, just a battle. And Miller comes away with it. Now Miller's going to go the opposite direction. Tries to get it to Jackson, but tied him up. And Stockman makes a diving save. I don't know if you saw that. Stockman was coming out. Too many men on the Elks, unfortunately. Elks had already brought a guy out. And Stockman was leaving. And unfortunately, that's going to be a penalty on the Elks. 1:55 remaining, so the rest of the game, the Elks are going to have to kill off a penalty. But hey, look on the bright side, last time we scored shorthanded, so. That's going to be Miller going to the box for the second time for him tonight.
Well, and it's an interesting rule when you pull the goalie. The goalie's got to get all the way to the bench before the player can actually release from the bench. It's not like changing on the fly.
Right.
They've got that one a little bit different. I think Schulte was a little bit early, and then obviously the change in decision to drive.
Puck now behind the net. There's a collision into the boards. That's Holmes. Edina's going to be happy just to leave it there for the next minute 40. They come away with it. Edina controls up at the blue line. They're going to throw it down low. Elks desperately need a goal here in the next minute. There's a shot. That goes just wide. Looks like Stockman maybe got a piece of it. Holmes rides his guy into the corner. There's a reversal by the Hornets. They're still controlling. Hornets very good at puck protection. Hornets throw it far side. Pass deflected by Bratzel. He was able to deflect that. The puck comes up and out. And the Elks are going to have to start taking chances. We've got a minute 12 here, and we're laying back like it's a normal penalty kill. You really got to fly somebody up top, don't you, Jace?
Well, you got to it's a calculated risk, right? Like right now, at a minute into the, you got to get fresh legs on. They got
Hornets
one. They got one change.
Hornets are taking it down low, and then Holmes has his stick. Oh, there's chipping away. Michael, it's a race. Oh, Michael, or no, it's Dahlberg again. Dahlberg's gonna shoot it from way out. He gets it on net. Heck of a shot. And the Elks have pulled their goalie. They're going to step onto the ice, and Harris gets it to Lerberg. Lerberg's going to send it into the corner. That's Harris. Harris is going to go up top. Brady Hansen's got Hornets all over him. He's being attacked by Hornets. Schulte was looking. Lerberg wanted him to drop it. And that's going to be a nice. 9 seconds remaining on the scoreboard here, guys. I see my time has expired. That's obviously incorrect. 9 seconds remaining. The Hornets iced it, so the Elks will have 9 seconds to score. There's a timeout on the ice.
Elk River.
Win the face-off, shoot clock. Come on.
So what I like in this instance is actually a lefty, but you don't go forward with the puck, but you go into the slot. And you put 3 guys on the hash mark, so you got 2 guys that try to push their defenders back, and you leave that third guy, somebody like, Miller is in the box, but somebody like that where you get a one-timer right in the slot.
Hey guys.
Yes. I got 30 for Elk River, 30 for
Feels like a lot more for you guys.
There you go. Shots are 42 to 30.
Which is one of those feelings. Whether it's accurate or not, who knows?
Elk River trying to find a way to get one in the net here with 9 seconds remaining. They are on a penalty kill. Obviously, they pulled the goalie. Comes out. Botzel's gonna. Oh,
Yeah, he needed to be up on the circle.
shot goal, and that'll ice it for Edina. So it's going to be a 5-3 Edina victory over the Elks.
Not a
in
bad
the
game.
Second game of the tournament.
Not a bad game.
If you're following along, the Elks will have to face Grand Rapids in the final game. Another very good hockey team at both the JV and the varsity levels. There we go. That's it.
Not a bad game for the Elks. That's a reality check of just what a fast game looks like. You just got to get there. You got the ability. You just got to dial it in.
The Elks will take their first loss of the year, 5-3 Edina. And that'll do it for Jason and Al. We'll see you at the next one.